We're here with Stacy Lewis. We're going to do a little live Twitter chat for your fans out on Twitter, Stacy. So we'll start with some personal stuff, daily routine. We've got a question here. What does the average day look like for Stacy Lewis when you're not out on tour?
Usually a workout in the morning, and then a few hours of practice, and then probably at the beach after that.
When you're out at your own home course, Stacy, which PGA Tour players do you play with for practice? Do you have any of the guys who are also members?
I don't play with the guys a lot. Probably just more hanging out on the range. Ricky is a member, Tiger's a member at Medalist, so there's quite a few guys there, though.
As someone known for their workouts and fitness, what is your favorite junk food or guilty pleasure? Or what about other favorite foods?
Probably Chick-fil-A and Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Nice. As a proud Arkansas alum, what was it like to be honored at Reynolds Razorback Stadium before an Arkansas football game?
That was last November, and that was probably one of the highlights of going to the university. I mean, it was just, I don't know, it was really cool, and to have, I just didn't expect the cheer to be quite so loud when they announced my name, and it was just, I don't know, every time I go back, it's just a special place.
What was the best piece of advice you received as you established your LPGA pro career?
Probably, I mean, it wasn't really one specific thing, but probably just you kind of have to keep ownership of your own game, and you can't let, a lot of people will try to tell you how you should do things and what you need to do, and just to kind of stick with what works for you, and not really worry about what anybody else is doing.
Do you have any golf mentors or role models in golf, women that you've looked up to, or guys?
I think over the last few years, Betsy King, Kari Webb, Meg Mallon, and Beth Daniel, the four of them have really helped me a lot, kind of just more than anything, just told me their experiences, and I've been able to learn from that.
How did your back surgery health challenges impact you as a golfer, as a person?
I think just without all of my back issues, I wouldn't be the person I am or be where I am today. It just made me who I am.
Switch over to some golf game. Do you have a most memorable shot or moment in a big tournament?
Probably the 18th hole in Japan last year. I made about a 20-footer, and it ended up winning the tournament, but it was, there's a lot on the line at the end of last year, and to make that putt and play the way I did the final round, that one I don't think I'll forget anytime soon. Okay,
I have one here. It says you're currently number 2 in putts per green regulation on the LPGA Tour. What makes you such a good putter?
To be a good putter, you have to have good speed and then confidence. If you just have to believe that you can make it.
Do you have any special practice routines or habits to get ready for tournaments? A favorite drill or music you like to listen to get in the zone?
Not really. I mean, I just like to play a lot leading up to tournaments, not really hit a ton of balls on the range. It's more just getting on the course and hitting shots. And then, so I don't really listen. I mean, I listen to music when I'm in off weeks, when I'm home practicing, but not during tournament weeks.
We have some questions about reaching #1 in the world and LPGA Player of the Year and what you've accomplished in the last year. So we got one here. What does you reaching world #1 mean for the next generation of women golfers in America?
I just hope that kids can see me do it and aspire to be there and see that it's possible. No matter, even if, I mean, I have a rod in my back and I got to #1 in the world, so I just hope that kids see that anything is possible.
It says KPMG, this must be a KPMG person, has pledged a renovated library for each of your wins on the LPGA Tour. Mm-hmm. What does giving back to local communities and playing for a big cause mean to you?
I think every professional athlete is put in a position where we can help people every week, and anything that is involved giving back to kids, I'm on board with. So I love that we're doing that, and I try to do as much as I can for the kids.
I have some questions coming about Solheim Cup.
Okay.
Solheim Cup coming up later this year out in Colorado. It says currently #1 in Solheim Cup points. Mm-hmm. So what's the anticipation for that event like, and what does it mean to you, it says, to represent the red, white, and blue?
I think every American player wants to be on that team, and that's always going to be one of my goals, is to be there. And I'm just excited. I think we have a very motivated team after Ireland, and we're going to be ready to go. But it's going to be a lot of fun.
What are simple keys to improving your putting?
Well, A longer backswing to a shorter follow through, controlling the length of your follow through.
Longer backswing to a shorter follow through. Okay, I'll try that.
Opposite of what Phil says, probably.
How is the LPGA inspiring the next generation of female golfers?
I would say if you were at the event last week, there are so many kids at the tournament this past week in Texas, and that's what we need to do. We need to get the exposure. I think the more we're playing here in the U.S., we're inspiring those young kids. So that, just the more visible we are, the more we're playing in tournaments. I think that's good for everybody.
When your career as a professional golfer is over, what do you want to be remembered most by?
Just that people saw me as a person that never gave up, and that the tour is in a better place than when I got here. Thanks everyone for the questions, and thanks for tuning in.